Hello everybody. Now first of all, I have to apologize. I missed last week's video. Reason being, it was a number of reasons. First of all, I'm still working on this never-ending cottage that we're renovating. And secondly, we don't have internet connection right now, so I couldn't upload a video. I guess I could have gone to the donut shop across the road, but I didn't really fancy sitting there for a couple of hours. Now today I'm back in Strathcona Provincial Park. The reason why I've come out here, someone put a comment on my last video about did I go to Karst Creek, and I was hoping to come here, but I just ran out of time. So I've come back, and this is the upper falls of Karst Creek. Now I have been here before, but much later in the season, and it's not that great later in the season because there's not much water coming down. But because there's so much snow in the hills this time of year still, there's still quite a bit of water coming down. The last several days we've had a real heat wave, so photography hasn't been all that great anyway. Now there's a couple of things I should mention before I continue with this vlog. First of all, my videos for the up and coming weeks are going to be a little bit more inconsistent. I have a few trips planned, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to get a video out every week. So, but I definitely will be putting videos out. It just might not be on a regular basis like I have been. Secondly, the reason why I've been doing so many waterfalls and not much else is that I just haven't had time to hike into the hills because I've been renovating. So waterfalls and forests are kind of the subject matter that I have in this neck of the woods, so to speak. So I'm going to photograph this waterfall here. Now there's a little bit of a breeze here, but I'm using a wide angle lens. I'm using a 16 to 35, and I've got it racked right out to 16mm. So movement in branches and everything isn't such a big deal, but I will take some exposures at slightly higher shutter speeds, so that I can combine them in Photoshop if I need to. And if you haven't seen my last video about how to combine fast shutter speeds with slower shutter speeds, I'll leave it in the link above. In that video I concentrated mostly on water movement, but as I said in that video, you can also use it if you have a lot of movement in foliage around a waterfall. So I'm going to set up a few compositions here. The creek is absolutely gorgeous right now, so there should be lots to photograph down here, and I'll go over each of the compositions as I find them. All right. Okay, so my first composition is pretty standard. I've decided to include just a little bit of the bottom waterfall here, so that your eye is led up from the left side all the way up to the right side to the main waterfall, and then I have these two really nice cedars kind of on the left side here. Now this section here I'm not that keen on, but you know, I might end up cropping it to a 4:5 aspect ratio. I'm not sure. Above the waterfall there's some really nice trees as well, but I didn't bring my my 14 to 24mm lens, and I'm racked right out 16mm, so I might have to go back to the car and grab it. I might take some pictures here afterwards. I'm not sure. The cliff above is really quite dangerous right now, and there's actually a couple of signs here indicating rockfall. So if I do go over here, I'll probably jump over the other side really quickly. I don't fancy getting killed here, so it wouldn't be a good way to finish the day or start the day. standing by the creek there, it gets quite cold, so there's cool air rushing down the hill. So I'm going to go back to the van and go and get a couple of jackets and put some long pants on and my welly boots, because there's a couple of compositions in there that look pretty good, but it means wading out in the water, and I don't want to get wet feet if I don't have to. So that's where I'm going. Have a spot to eat and then come back. All right. Okay, I absolutely love this scene here. So there's a lot going on in this little scene, but I love this old log in the foreground that's kind of coming diagonally towards me, and then there's another root system kind of curving on the right side. Now I've included a bit more than I usually do in the frame because I'll probably crop it afterwards, but I just love all the deadfall and the large Douglas fir in the background. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm hoping that the stream will lead your eye to the main waterfall, while these logs in the foreground will keep your eye in the frame. And of course we have a lot of foliage on the outside now. It is blowing a little bit, so again I'll probably do 2 or 3 exposures, one being the speed that I need for the water, or want for the water, around a 1/5 or a 1/6 of a second, and then I'll take another image exactly the same, faster shutter speed, so that I can paint in the foliage that was moving afterwards. Yeah, I really like this scene. And then behind me there's also a large fallen log, but I'm going to see if I can get an image of that as well. It's a little chaotic, but at the same time it kind of tells a story because you have a lot of fallen logs, and I think you can kind of make order out of this chaos. Okay, this is really interesting. Kind of reminds me of the root system that I photographed coming out of that waterfall in Chilliwack. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link up here. But I really like this route coming down and the waterfall around it with the big boulders. Looks like there was some kind of a landslide or something. There's actually a metal barrel that's lodged in there. I don't know how that got in there. It looks like the tree has kind of formed a dam. All the debris has crossed across the top here, and it's caused this dam. Of course, all the water's coming all over the place, but it's really quite interesting. So we have a nice route coming down here, and then back here we have all this other deadfall. It's pretty chaotic, but I'm sure that I can get a composition out of it. So I'm just going to concentrate on this route and the waterfall and the logs coming down diagonally here. The upper section I might include a little bit just to kind of give you a hint of the forest beyond. But the part that I'm interested in the most is just this mid-section here and the bottom section. right, everybody, thanks for spending a little bit of time with me out at Karst Creek. It was a really good place to come. I'm glad I came. Like I said before, last time I was here there was hardly any water, so this is a great time to come. And you know, there's still quite a bit of snow in the mountains, so the creek will be running for a while. This is Buttle Lake, and as you can see, the landscape around here is very, very rugged. Alright, don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, and if you enjoy the content of my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Alright everybody, thanks again, and I'll catch you next time. Alright, bye.